G'day and welcome back to our Mussolman campaign in HoI 4. So our people are nearly in. We've got to wait for the naval invasion to prepare on Florida. I've also set up a bit of a leapfrogging thing with the tanks because, I mean, they're pretty useless in fights. So we'll just try and take things up along the coast as the opportunity arises, which means we're going to have to remember to move the fleet up to different zones. Particularly this one actually splits between the two, which is a little annoying. Now, free dockyards. Let's make... what are we doing? Subs and destroyers. Let's make some cruisers. If you're going to make cruisers, you may as well make heavy cruisers. Alright. Joining Squadra di Taranto. Alright, how's this guy doing? He's still just a 7. Didn't get much from the UK. Got more experience out of Ethiopia than he did from the POMs. Now, of course, we have a terrible supply over here because we've got most of our army sitting in. Actually separated to the islands though, so yeah, balanced out a little. Alright, and we're ready to go in 16 days. What else are we doing? Waiting for the better cannons. Okay. And after that we've got our research bonuses, so do kind of want to push down as far as we can ahead of time there, I think. Even though we're not really making many, but good timing. Alright, improved artillery 2 before anything's actually started being made. Alright, the artillery. 12,000 days out, but getting a lot faster. 2, 3, 4, 4 extra things made at a time should help out too. Alright, and looks like they're already ready to go. Had to be done before the 20th, so yeah, all good. Let's go ahead and declare war on the United States. Call our friends France and England in. Make sure they actually come in. So he only has 30, high 30s, probably low 40s divisions. We have twice as many as him. Fielded manpower is, yeah, almost double. And the problem here is going to be the fleet has to do convoy escort on the Florida coast only until this one's finished. Then we'll spread them between eastern seaboard and Florida coast. And that is where they're going to stay. But probably just flip them over from escort to doing search and destroy. Now, the air wings have no mission assigned at the moment. They can't even reach over there. We wouldn't want them to anyway. We need to take an air base in Florida. Alright, he's called in the Philippines. And he has a fleet over there. We should be able to get out of the way of these 10 tanks. Don't like the attrition suffering over there at the moment. Alright, they're in. It's directly onto a port, which is awesome. Don't care too much about him, so let's just get these guys up the coast. Get these guys down the coast. And these 86 want to land over there with a view to go everywhere but the Rockies, I guess. We'll probably send somebody manually over to California to take them out. Alright, come across the top. Come around. Down to Chicago, over to Detroit. Up the coast. Well, say the coast. Along the lakes. And over to the coast. Alright, and they're going to be super aggressive about this. As are they, really. Alright, perfect landing. Directly on the port. Love it. All these guys are going to jump out, which means their fleet should be out of the way. As long as he doesn't come here. And what did we lose? The POMs were in there and lost 2 destroyers. We lost 3, and he lost 16. Which leaves him with heavy cruisers and battleships rather undefended. Those other destroyers are going to get knocked out soon as well. Awesome. Alright, wait until all these guys are in. Yeah, for that exact reason. And we have an airbase. Alright, let's grab our guys. What do we have left? 599. We can definitely come up here and get started on the eastern coast. Insufficiency of resources. Yeah, we're getting the oil from the US. Now, we won't get any until we get over there, but we're not going to get it from anywhere else because I'll forget to stop them. Alright, we do want him coming up there so we can start that next naval invasion. Alright, and the armoured effort. So, fortification, we really don't care about. Italian stuff heading down to oil. Won't be a problem soon. Mare Nostrum gives us naval dockyards, so I guess we'll go with that. Insufficient resources, yep. Alright, we don't control this zone yet. Quite a long way off, actually. Alright, all of our people are streaming in. Obviously, very poor supply. But they will start doing their thing immediately, so that's all good. Get in for the defense just in time. And the Marco Polo Bridge incident. Right, Japan wants to go to war. Even though we're already at 170 odd %. And Yanks are trying to come out. That's not cool. Alright, after that, head up. I like that the British are up there helping. Didn't think they'd have a fleet over here. Yeah, those tanks suck at attacking anything. So I'm going to grab 14 of these guys, and they can just make sure this actually gets done. Really don't want them taking out our air bases and supplies from behind. And Nimitz over here. Doesn't have much going for him other than planes. So it's all Florida coast, yeah. Well, we should get the boost there soon. Alright, that'll be fine. What is sunk in this? British destroyers. Well, we'll look at it after. Looks like it was all British ships sinking. And supplies into orange. That's good. We need to get basically most of the way up for all the rest of the supplies come in. We need the extra naval base there as well. Soviets. Really? 5 volunteers to the US from the Soviet Union. Okay. Didn't want to have to deal with Soviets in there. So, let's have a look. We lost 7 destroyers. That's all that we lost. He lost 2 battleships. So that worked out awesomely. Okay. They'll keep it up. And yeah, now that everybody's in, we should probably actually set this up. They don't need to do convoy escort anymore. They need to do search and destroy in Florida coast and the eastern seaboard. And they're going to keep pushing forward because they shouldn't have much organisation when they arrive. But government modification, military high command, recovery rate is probably going to be the most useful in this war. Still moving out almost everywhere, giving them a bit of a break. Alright, the tanks are back up. Let's just... yeah, we need to... hang on. Need to get rid of this one. And then... we'll tell them to stop. But then we'll tell them to attach. Damn it. We just have to push the wrong button. Right, you... go here, was the plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, now they can go as soon as they're ready, because it's going to take 70 days to rebuild that. Just a stupid misclick. Alright, get rid of all of that info. He's losing convoys. Alright, ground assault is ready. Gives us breakthrough. Perfect. Now, next question, infiltration or assault? What's the difference? Direct and frontal attacks with armour. Deception and unconventional infantry strategies. Well, we don't have much armour because we're Italy, so let's go through infiltration because there's more leg breakthrough. Alright, we're not seeing too much up there, so we should be good. It's bulk of the American fleet there. Okay, be good if the AI took advantage of what we're doing to America to do Pearl Harbor at the same time. It adds some flavour. Alright, light cruisers and a destroyer. They're not going to last long. And our plane research is coming along. So, next up. It's almost 38. Supplies there are almost good. Alright, SIGs, we want maintenance. Actually, should have done... well, let's wait 53 days. We did have a research bonus on one of the others. Recon. dangerous naval invasion of eastern Micronesia. Yeah, go for it, America. Doubt it's the Philippines doing it. It'll be the Americans. They're all good. Spanish Civil War is still raging. And what do we lose? 2 subs and a destroyer for his destroyer and a light cruiser. It's alright. And up to 41. Just need to push him back somewhat. Now we have a bunch of these guys in here as well. They will come and take these towns, try and get us some oil, and then find their way over to Los Angeles, San Francisco, Sacramento. I guess try and get up to Seattle. Just need as many points from there as we can get. I should actually check their maximum speed. Yeah, it's only 4Ks because they don't have the actual tanks in there. Alright, sea battles should go well enough. And actually, I need our planes back in here. Durr. Need to take another air base as well. Push them further up, get better coverage. Alright, next naval invasion is, what, 40 days. Be the start of January. Alright, keep trying to stream them across. Yeah, manpower issues. Probably going to end up dropping some of them out. Huge manpower issues. So, we will drop some of these out right now. And make sure the reinforcements get the manpower. Alright, everybody pause. Let's go to... Yes, I'm sure we want to cancel that, or I wouldn't have pushed the button. Alright, stop them at 50, because it's 200,000 manpower. The conflict in China is worrying. How dare they take countries that we want to destroy? Did Mare Nostrum for the naval doctrine and everything. I guess we don't really care about the fleets so much anymore, because we just build up numbers if we end up going for Japan. Air innovations would help though. Not the air doctrine, but the better planes for attacking Germany. Alright, supplies. Still only 41, so we need to push through them. So, let's get these guys to follow the tanks. At least as far as Texas. Japan declared war on China. Good for them. Now, our biggest shortage, it's got to be the light tanks. Infantry equipment's actually fantastic. So yeah, light tanks it is. And we can actually improve these now with the variant. So, engines up, and reliability 175, we're close. Let's drop the reliability a little. Get rid of the L6 and just make these. Alright, make sure they are supplied with oil. Good. Shanxi has joined the United Front. Alright, how's our fleet actually doing? Down to 90 ships. Yeah, could be in a little trouble. Do outnumber the Americans here though, because they've got most of their ships in the Pacific, I would expect. He's got a lot more ships than us, but they're spread out. Alright, he does have people in Washington, Philadelphia. Yeah, maybe he's not covering those ports. He is covering Norfolk, so he won't be able to take that. Hopefully get over here though, and then bring our tanks back down to help from behind. Yeah, our infantry are just too weak to really be able to push. Yeah, should have kept them strong. Went for the numbers so we could spread out, but we needed the strength to get through them before we have the ability to spread out anyway. Usually, America could have capitulated. Maybe not by now, but pretty soon. Alright, when are they going to go? 6 days. Okay, construction. Done with the 37s. It's a 38. Alright, looks like they're going to encircle. Let's get this guy just randomly moving out to increase the frontline distance. We lost the Battle of Florida Coast, 85 to 3, really. Alright, second on him should make that a lot faster. Yugoslavian requests sales of airplanes. We are not sparing a thing. Alright, now we're looking good. So we have almost got the supplies we need. Ooh, missed these guys. Alright, most of them are jumping in. Yeah, looks promising. Just hold him back so that these guys have a chance. Probably going to lose all 10 of those tanks. Alright, still slightly under-supported. Now we're fine, because people have pushed out into the last line. Okay. And... no, he slipped past. You, buddy, you're doing the wrong thing. Get down there. And those tanks that have the orders got stuck behind. That'll be fine. Alright, he's going to have a failure. We need these guys to push through to save those tanks. We have to take, what, Norfolk to start the next naval invasion. And we should be able to move up to a nearer airbase, shouldn't we? Actually, not quite yet. Have to get either this one or this one to move further up, get better coverage. Alright, gonna lose that, but these guys are coming in. So, an encirclement would certainly help. They're going to spread out to try and help, but they won't be there in time. Otherwise, yeah, Italy's starting to grow. Watch their font shrink and ours grow as we just push out in general. And yeah, losing them. Couldn't get there in time. Unfortunate, but that's fine. That's the way the cookie crumbles. We just use our infantry instead. Now, the airbase. Haven't captured quite yet. Got this one. Too many planes for that one. Alright, air innovations. And Austria's been Anschlussed. Sorry, Austria, couldn't get there in time. Bomber effort. Sure, why not? Not really doing anything else. The Italian focus tree is just really light on anything useful.
Pronto, signore.
Pronto. Bene. Alright, now we don't want to have to repair factories, so let's be gentle with the Yanks. Alright, and we've taken New Orleans. Make sure somebody's heading down that way. Alright, so we'll blob out pretty quickly because he can't even cover his front. He's got most of them there. There's a lot of blanks up this side. So what we'll actually do is tell them specifically where they need to go. Go around that way. This guy comes through Indianapolis to Chicago. One of these comes through there. Heads west to Kansas. And we would like to grab a tank. He's already one of those ones following the orders. Good. But we want infantry to get rid of that before two guys get held up. Right, and same thing. Want to keep an eye on their capitulation. Just want to declare war on... well, it's hard to tell which Spain's going to win. It's interesting. We'll need to declare war on somebody before this one finishes. Not ready for Germany yet. Want to finish off a few of the other areas around Europe. Pronto. 10k's now. Good. Tanks finally have the speed they need. And let's go Washington to Philadelphia to New York to Boston. And from the other side, get them through there as well. Yeah. Keep wondering if that actually covers that. Well, it's only worth one anyway. Alright, he is going in. Infantry offensive gives us better breakthrough. Good. Next up, it's going to start being more expensive. So let's jump back and just catch up on the 38 techs. He's only down to 83%. Now, cavalry doesn't seem to be doing much. Let's go up to Detroit. Alright, this guy, when he's done there, Minneapolis. Bismarck, I don't think there's any worth much up here. Great Falls is one, Spokane is one. They'll capitulate before we get over to Seattle. And we're in Pittsburgh, but he's taken Cleveland. It's actually the Soviets all the way up here. Alright, we're going to try and squeeze through there. I don't like him trying to kill our infantry, so we'll do what we can on that side. So we've got one dude trying to get through to Washington. Alright, the planes can certainly move further forward now. Now, do we have the oil that we need? We do. Good. Control enough of Texas to have their oil. And modification government was going to do something. It was going to be the manpower problem. So, extensive conscription. Gives us an extra million or so. Let's add all these in. Certainly a low priority. Getting over to LA without them noticing. Let's actually get San Diego first, then LA. San Francisco. What, Sacramento. Grab some ports on the way past, I guess. Alright, and free military factories. So it was a tank shortage before. Infantry equipment shortage is just from the stuff we queued up. Though there are still some serious shortages there. There's no obvious one to go for. So let's just go infantry equipment. And then we're going to capture all their stuff. So afterwards we'll need motorized, artillery, and support. And after them, we're going to need more tanks. So, that's that all queued up. US are getting closer. They're on 52. They could jump if we take a bunch of cities at the same time, so we have to keep a bit of an eye out. Washington's going to be the big one, obviously. We're defending there, so we can't do anything. But here, let's just try and take Norfolk and then wander up. Alright, we are marching towards some big stuff over here as well. San Francisco in 13 hours. So again, going to pause at the end of every day. It's already on 46 from San Francisco. Next one's only worth 1, so that's most of them. Retaking that, taking Chicago and Detroit. Norfolk's worth a decent amount. Alright, the end of the day, 46. Support weaponry. Alright, head of time bonus. Wouldn't really be worth taking advantage of until we can get the ahead of time bonus on the last one. So, support companies, yes, the recon. Improved artillery upgrades will be out soon as well. Alright, keep a close eye. Still good. 89%, 90%. Getting closer to Washington. He's actually pushed us back. Yeah, I don't see us being able to take Washington for a while. Unless we stop this guy head straight to Philly, bypass Washington to take the others. And free dockyards. So we've got subs, destroyers, heavy cruisers. Let's go for light cruisers. Auto joining Squadra di Trento, which is still on 90 men, so that's fine. Actually, we don't need them around anymore because our tanks died, so they can go repair now. Head back to Brittany. And this guy is trying to get to Washington. Right, 93%. Stop at the end of every day. Still 93. 95. Still 95. Got to take some major city. Alright. I guess we can actually start this because we're not going to be waiting on naval invasions. Looks like Republic and Spain are going to be the winners. So, justify conquering Catalonia. 15 days out. Yeah. American war should be done well and truly before the end of that. We would also like to take out Yugoslavia, which might be defended by whoever the allies are at the moment. It's 80 days, so that's all good. Once that is finished, they can automatically come over here to conquer pretty much everything. Auto start. And the research is into areas that take way too long. We do have an armoured bonus. Yeah, the faster tanks, sooner the better. Well, faster, stronger. And now we don't have to keep an eye on the Americans too much. Other than to try and get into Washington ASAP. Alright, how'd that tank do over there? Looks like he was stopped, so he turned around. Fair enough. And then Kukro's capitulated. And we're not doing fantastically over here. Alright, need to weaken them. If we can't get through stealthily. You, buddy, stop. Come over here to Philadelphia. How about, yeah, too far from Seattle. As we question Spain. Now, there are actually cities here worth a chunk. Omaha is not particularly one of them. We already take Kansas. I don't know my American states too well. Wyoming, Colorado, Kansas. Where is Kansas City? Well, that was worth a bit. Oh, it is way over there. Yeah. Alright, I've taken that. Tulsa's only worth 1. Yeah, I don't think there's any other really easy ones to get to. So we're going to have to focus on stealing Washington while he's not looking. And yeah, more research bonuses for air. Sound fine. Lend-Lease from Nation Française. Gives us 1 support equipment each month. No. Oh. Took something. Okay. US. Take all states. We will need to satellite the Philippines as well, which we can't do. So let's just pass. Take all states. Satellite the Philippines. We will puppet him as well. Let's puppet him from some random island. Not Hawaii. Johnson Atoll. We'll puppet him in. Okay. So, Johnson Atoll holds 140 ships. He's got a ton of planes that can come and help us later on. But we get more free naval dockyards. So doing light cruisers, heavy cruisers we're doing, I guess. Get started on battleships, etc. And infantry equipment motorized, looking good. So there is no resistance and none of that matters. Okay, these guys should be automatically transporting back. Let's just stop whatever orders they had. They should stream over here. And if any of these guys pop out, they're going to want to be on the Midi-Pyrenees auto-joining down there. Cool, but I'm going to take a short break here, so thanks for watching, hope you're enjoying it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope to see you again soon. See you later.